The shit that's starting to aggravate me, truly, is this whole fucking I want to be treated equally and shit when it comes to women and men and all this other stuff. I think that's bullshit. And the reason why I think that's bullshit is because women benefit from a double standard that they really and truly don't like to talk about, but all they want to focus on is how fucked up it is to be a woman. They don't think about the fact of the matter that, in theory, men are supposed to pay for dinner and open doors and pick them up and let them say whatever the fuck it is they want to say and not respond. The fact of the matter that you get to swing on a man, you get to literally and truly live out your Floyd Mayweather fantasy on a nigga, and he is supposed to sit there and not do anything. Now, as far as I'm concerned, yes, if you're a woman and you deserve to get paid the same amount of money if you do the same amount of work with the same amount of qualifications, I'm all for that. I don't trip. I don't bug. The shit that gets me is when it's also convenient for you to go back into being a woman when all of a sudden a man done had enough of your fucking mouth. And he's like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Or he's like, look, do you ever stop talking? And all of a sudden it's like, well, fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you, you bitch ass nigga. And all that other shit y'all do. The one thing I done realized is that there are 3 things that a woman does, especially a black woman, that lets you know shit is going downhill fast. Number 1, they clap. They either clap or they punch their hand. And the reason why they do that is because they're trying to warm up that apparatus to swing on you eventually. So it's almost like starting a car in the winter. You don't want to just drive off because it's going to take you at least 20 minutes for your fucking heat to come on. So you could have already ended up like Jack from Titanic before your ass even makes it out of the neighborhood complex. So what they're doing is they're warming up to eventually swing on you or do the infamous mush. All right, depending on how tall they are is whether they mush you from the temple or the chin. So fellas, if I was you, I would deal with midgets if that is happened to be a case. That way they can only mush you in your chest. Secondly, what a woman does is she repeats the same word or the same phrase over and over. Example. Okay, for real, that, okay. So that's what we doing. So that's what we doing. Oh, so that's what we doing. Oh, so it's like, well, obviously, if you continue to ask that question, you obviously know the answer. Like, bitch, yes, this is what we're doing. You're going to ask me a question. I'm going to give you the fucking answer and you accept the answer or you don't. But don't continue asking me the question as if the answer is going to change. Oh, so my nigga, water is wet. Water is wet. So what you're telling me is water is wet. No, bitch. Water is moist. No, water is wet. Ask another fucking question. Like, what do I do with this wet ass water? And finally, and most importantly, and this has no height requirement. No matter how tall or how short your chick is, she is going to look in a direction that is nowhere near where the fuck you are. And her finger is going to point in that direction. Example. Oh, for real? For real? So that's what we doing. So that's what we doing. Really? 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 Now, as a man, not to destroy the equilibrium or the space-time continuum of this hypocrisy that we like to call a double standard, I say you just go with it, fellas. And this is what I say. Whenever women start bringing up their double standard and all this other shit, instead of arguing back with them, I've come to the realization this is how you kill an argument with a woman. Agree. So this is what we're doing? Yes, this is what we're doing. And just smile. Okay, for real? For real? For real? Yes, it's really real. And then just smile. See, you have to end everything with a smile because that's the equivalent of women ending everything with the word bitch. You know how when women argue or they want to make a point, yeah, whatever, you ain't got shit to say, bitch. That's like the exclamation point on the end of their statement. Yours is the smile. So for real, nigga, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. For real? For real? Yes, for real. Because my thing is, when it comes to this double standard, the only way you can really and truly understand and speak on a double standard is if you are Caitlyn Jenner. You've had the luxury of both peeing standing up and also the fact of trying to beat the pee by sitting down. You've worn both boxers and you've worn panties. You've worn socks and you've worn stockings. You've worn wife beaters and probably been beaten as a wife. So you have the luxury of being able to speak from both sides of the spectrum. So unless you're Caitlyn Jenner, you're the only person that can really and truly have validity on a double standard. But if your ass happens to be Caitlyn Jenkins, I suggest you shut the fuck up and continue to let me spend my money and open doors for you and let you get away with talking your shit. Because truth be told, would you like to go half on a first date? Would you like to open your own car door? Bitch, would you really like me to swing back on you? I think the answer to those are all a resounding no. So if this is your response, okay, for real, then the answer is yes, okay, for real.